Alright, welcome back to another misadventures of Roland Banks, the Dunwich Legacy. Today we're doing weights. It's been a while since I recorded, and not because of such a beatdown I got the last three scenarios. Oh no. Mostly due because I haven't been able to record, but finally able to. We have two scenarios left, and I highly doubt we're going to make it. In fact, I'm pretty sure the campaign's going to end on this scenario, at the way things are going. So let's go ahead and read up. So, you awaken to the sound of screeching. Fearing the worst, you grab your equipment and head out to the streets of Dunwich. As soon as you step outside, you sense a foulness in the cold night air. An awful, pungent smell that can sincerely be described, and a heaviness to the atmosphere that makes things difficult to breathe. The citizens of Dunwich have sealed their doors, and the town feels quiet and lonesome. In the distance, a faint glow emits from from a hilltop above the village. You know this hill from both your interactions with Zebulon and Armitage records. It's called Sentinel Hill. The tale speaks of satanic rites being performed there, rites with great ritual priors light up the night sky while the ground rumbles furiously below. Flocks of whippoorwills perch on the rooftops of the village around you, watching ominously as you climb inside Zebulon's old beat-up truck. As you drive towards Sentinel Hill, the more screeching fills the sky with an awful pitch that's painful to your ears. Everything you read about and experienced in Dunwich had led to this. If a foul ritual Seth seeks to perform has anything to do with what Armitage and his colleagues prevented several months back, it involves the favor of an ancient creature, Yog-Sothoth. Failing to stop this ritual may doom not only Dunwich, but for the entire world. If Naomi has the investigation, proceed to part one, which we don't, so we go to part two instead. So basically, back during the Clover Club, if we actually helped, if we didn't piss off the O'Bannon Mafia, they would have helped us here, but we didn't. So as a setup, we have a couple of altered paths, three random ones, three divergent paths. We take one out and take it out of play. There's actually three different versions of Act 2, but in our version of Act 2 is that we lost the Necronomicon, basically meaning he has the Necronomicon up there and using it, the one he needs. There's already two Doom tokens on here because there was two broods of Yog-Sothoth that was last scenario that was still alive. Technically they never showed up, but they're still alive. We take a -3 because we're on easy and put it in the bag. Anything else? No, that's about it. So, Agenda 1. As you approach Sentinel Hill, you will hear ancient Latin rites bellowed across the night. The time for action has come, and you cannot stop the sorcerers in Dunwich who knows what terrors they might unleash upon the world. Act 1. The path to the hill. A vibrant, arcane energy fills the air with a bone-rattling chill. The energy swirls around the crust trail before you and seeps down several other paths before disappearing. We're at the base of the hill. There's also the ascendant path. This path leading further up the hill is masked. You cannot move into the ascendant path, so I can't move here. And we're trying to get to up to here. So, you start at the base of the hill. The long slopes of Sentinel Hill rises before you, crested in the jagged edges of Sentinel Peak. The base of the hill is connected to each copy of the divergent path. If you succeed, instead of discovering the clues, put a random set-aside divergent path into play once per round. Or I can resign. Alright. So we need to get to investigate to find extra divergent paths to get up there. And we're probably going to find another avian Brawl. I have not upgraded my deck at all. I still saved what little XP I had because I'm like, at this point, I'm not sure if it's even worth it. I'm basically preparing for my next campaign. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1 weakness, 1 deduction, 1 pathfinder, survival knife, 1 trusted. So let's take. Survival knife might help, but at the same time, I'd rather have a different weapon. But since this is a weapon, let's draw 2. Blessed blade. Oh, screw it. Right, so these 2 go back in. All right. Now, first thing I want to do is investigate. If we succeed, we're up to 0. I'm going to use. I'm going to use my preposterous sketches to give myself an extra investigate, which I'm up by 1. And we did it. So put a random set aside divergent path in the play. A path off the beaten trail deeper in the woods around the Sentinel Hill. This is a plus. Alright, so it goes right here. After you reveal the slaughtered woods, take 2 of her if you have no actions remaining. Oh crap. You're supposed to do that. So I'm just gonna spend 3, put out my Pathfinder. I have 1 action left. Use my Pathfinder, go down here. Still have actions left, but I was planning on doing that anyway. Put 1 in. And then I'm going to spend my last 2 to put in my survival knife. It's the end of my turn. Enemy phase, no enemy upkeep phase. 1, draw a card. Guard dog. Alright, that's alright. So, put 1 doom, 1 agenda. And we draw a card. Revelation. Each investigator at a Sentinel Hill location tests for will. Who does fails take 2 damage. Well, I'm not at a Sentinel Hill location. This was a Sentinel Hill. This is Dunwich in a woods, so that doesn't affect us. So we're starting off well. Alright, my turn. I'm going to go ahead, investigate. -1. It's -3 if you're in an altered location, which is not an altered location because it's not on there. So we pass. That was 1 action. Pathfinder up back to the base of the hill. We go ahead and investigate. We're at 0, -2. We're going to try it again. My last action. Auto fail. But I haven't had enough of those all day. Keep phase. Draw a card. Alright. Doom. Agenda. Test will 3. For each part 1 you fail, take 1 horror. I'm at, so we're at 0. I have nothing to increase it by. -2. So we take 2 horror, so I'm almost dead once again. I only have 1 horror left. And it is my turn. Investigate. +1. Another divergent path. Base is connected to each copy of divergent path, so I can just go ahead and move on to here before I can see what it is. Of course, after you revealed destroyed path, place 1 doom on it. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, remove one doom from this. I don't really care at this point. So, that's one action. But it has no clues on it. It would be really nice if I had my special ability, but I don't have it. So, I'm just going to move back, and I'm going to give myself an extra card. That's the end of my turn. Upkeep phase. 6. Surge. Put on the veil in my threat area. Basically, if I lose, go through all my decks, I'm going to get 10 damage. You must attach, slide on the current agenda or the current act. Treat all damage as direct damage. Alright, well, let's put it on the act for now. Alright. So, I'm going to use this to give myself an extra book. -3, of course not. That means I'm back at 0. Reveal another token. Cancel the effects of each committed. There's no committed cards. Discard the top 2 of your deck. If X is the printed cards. I needed that. And my vicious blow. But the total printed card cost of these cards are both 0, so that was the 0. Ugh. So, again, another divergent path. Goes right there. So that was 2 actions. I'll use my Pathfinder to go into Divergent Path. Frozen Springs. 1. After you reveal, lose the remainder of your action immediately end your turn. Alright. One Doom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ancient Evils, place 1 Doom. I'm going to go and play Scene of the Crime to automatically pick this up. And then I can immediately spend these 2. Do this, which means this goes away. And the act continues. During your search through the wooded paths around the base of Sentinel Hill, you came across a startling sight. A herd of sheep lays dead upon the ground in a secluded clearing. Their blooded carcasses placed in a strange but careful pattern. Holding your nose against the stench of death, you step over the mangled sheep on your way to the center of the odd formation. In the center of the sheep lies the corpse of a man. A clear jewel has been firmly placed on his forehead, carved in the front of his skull. His eyes are wide, his face covered in a vision of fear, as if beseeching you for mercy. Though you know better, you better check for a pulse. As you touch the man's skin, the jewel in his forehead dissolves, and the woods around you seem to clear. Remove all clues from each location of play. The arcane presence masking the photo has faded. Reveal ascendant path. So this is now revealed. As you ascend the hill, the environment around you grows increasingly strained and otherworldly. The arcane energies feel stronger here and crackling in the air. Clues cannot be placed on non-altered locations. When an investigator enters the control piece, so we need to get here. And we need to spend 2 clues as a group, so we need 2 clues to get up there. So I still have my 2 actions, but my Pathfinder, and I'm pretty sure I can't go there. No, I can't. Go out here. 1 action to move up there. And then I'm gonna, I don't have the extra crap. So, I'm going to investigate and use deduction, which really sucks to use deduction for this, but I have no choice because I need to get this investigate. -2, and I failed anyway. Alright, goes to 3, upkeep. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beyond the Veil. Surge. Test willpower. I'm going to use Trusted. Give myself an extra 1, so I'm up by 1. If it's not, this is basically the end of the game. Yep. That's the end of the game. I take at least 1 horror. I've gone insane. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. Go to resolution 2. The sorcerers from Dunwich seek an arcane power from beyond this realm has accomplished what Wilbar and the old Whitley could not. Through blood sacrifice and indescribable experiments, the dark power of the sorcerers sought is now within their reach. However, they will never get the chance to truly wield this power. In beseeching Wilbur's father for knowledge, they have drawn the creature forth from this extra-dimensional realm. Yog-Sothoth emerges from the rift above, descends on the hill, blotting out the sky and enveloped in the world. Now it has come to Earth, and it rules where humanity once tread. In your campaign log, record that Yog-Sothoth tore apart the barrier between worlds and became one with all reality. Each investigator is driven insane, and the investigator loses a campaign. Wowzers. I've never had this bad of a campaign. I played this scenario twice, halfway through with the Return To version, and the other one with a solo Roland. The solo Roland the first time, it wasn't that bad at all. And my little Dunwich character is up. So I gotta get going, and I'll see you for next campaign, whatever that might be.